Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Train Sim World, and welcome back to the West Somerset Railway. So we're going to hop right back in where we were. I think we have 2 scenarios done, right? Yeah, let's do the third one. So this is the Minehead Shunter Part 1, 45 minutes. Last episode, I know we went, like over an hour and a half. So we'll try to cap this one to 45 minutes. If it looks like we're going long, I will cut it off and we'll do 2-part, we'll do something. But I won't do another one that long. Can't expect you to sit for an hour and a half. Although, well, I'll tell you about it once we get going. Welcome to the West Somerset Railway. Today you will be taking part in some demonstration shunting with the Class 09 locomotive between Minehead and Washford. Fantastic. Climb aboard. You got it. Climb up the ladder. I try to keep my mouse movements as smooth as possible. It's a little bit tricky. I have a small desk. All right. Marker light main switch. Set the marker light main switch to on. You got it. Set all 4 marker lights to on. Ah, interesting. So we got 2 in front, 2 behind, I'm guessing. So we're up against a wall there. So we're over here. Door. Hop down. So with regards to video length, I personally prefer long format video. And I enjoy, I'm just barely old enough to remember TV. And I guess that was the thing people did. You know, you watched what was on. Whatever was on, that was what was on. And yeah, I grew up with cable and satellite and the beginning of on-demand. But now it's all YouTube. Set the reverser to the forward position. Done. Release the brakes. And sound the horn twice. Set the throttle to notch 1 position. You got it. Now everything is YouTube and Netflix and Hulu. So you really get to watch whatever you want. It's different than it used to be. So I think we're a lot more tuned into I don't know if I'm saying this right. We get to watch whatever we want. You can skip ahead, you can skip back. If you just want to watch the beginning and the end of my videos, it's fine with me. It's not, we got 5.3 miles to go. Let me hop back in here and get her going. Thought we were just going across the yard. So yeah, if you want to watch the beginning and the end, that's cool. If you want to watch it in multiple sessions, that's cool. If you want to watch 5 minutes of it and that's it, that's cool too. So I guess it's just different than it used to be. And for me, the default is to make videos that are the length that I like a video to be when I watch it. And you can watch as much of it as you want. And I'm not being, like, when I say that, please understand, I'm not being confrontational. Like, you can watch whatever you want. I don't mean it like that. I'll hopefully provide plenty of volume, and then you determine for yourself what the right amount is. But I haven't had a TV for probably 10 years. So for me, YouTube and Hulu and Netflix, that is TV. And I don't know, like if I'm making dinner or something, I'll turn on a video, and if it runs for 45 minutes or an hour while I'm making dinner, that's perfect. And I'm not necessarily watching every second of it, but I am sort of paying attention. And I guess because those are the videos that I like, then those are the videos that I'm trying to make. Let's hop outside. It's a fun little train to watch. I don't know what it is about the Class '09, but it just works for me, man. Look at that little guy. Man, it's just a single line all the way up, so we don't need to worry about switches. Fantastic. And we are back in, and if you were following the channel, you know the struggle that I've been having with capture software. And it seems like no matter what capture software I get, or run, or try to run, or whatever, it's always something. Shadowplay was working well for a while. I had some problems. I switched over to Action. Action, I found, was cutting my frame rate in half. Could be settings. I'm not blaming Action. But like the last episode we did of Train Sim World, we got really low FPS as we got into our destination, and now we're back at 40 FPS, which is not great. It's not great, but it's better than 20 where we were when we dropped off. So we're back in Shadowplay. We're not having those FPS problems. But when I recorded an ETS video with Shadowplay earlier, we do still have those occasional lag spikes where it drops down to like 2 FPS. Bottleneck somewhere, and we get that lag spike. So I was thinking, while I was having breakfast this morning, I was thinking it could be that we end up with a different capture app for each one of our sims. And initially I thought, well, that's just dumb. It's going to take forever and it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. And then I thought, well, no, not really, because they all turn on easily enough, and they're all relatively small apps that, 100 meg, 200 meg, but they aren't the size of the sim. They aren't like 40 gig of app. So I think that may be what we do. I think we may have a specific capture app for each one of our sims. We'll just use the one that works best. And I wouldn't say that I was avoiding that. I just hadn't really thought of it. It didn't really occur to me. There we go. I got a tip from a viewer, which I appreciate. I got a tip from a viewer that if you want to turn that marker off in real time, it's Control 1. And what it does is, you can see it moves both the marker and the distance, gets rid of the marker, and then it moves the distance up to the HUD, which is fantastic, because without that, it would be really hard to know when to start slowing down. So every time I play it, I am more and more impressed and more pleased with Train Sim World. I feel like to me, it's a really big jump from Train Simulator 2018. And I'm told it's on a different engine, and it's a new game. And Train Simulator's been going on, that's 10 years now, 12 years? They've been using sort of the same technology, and I feel like at a certain point, it's difficult for a developer to maintain a series when the technology is making radical changes. And I think European Truck Simulator is a good example. Is SCS just going to continue selling DLC and patching the game until ETS 3, and that's going to be a new engine, right? A new physics engine, a new graphics engine, new everything, and the DLC won't be compatible, and you'll just need to start all over again. Whoa. This is not... Did I not see that? As far as when we needed to slow down. I was looking. I'll go back and check the replay. I may have just totally spaced that. And I'm not even high on NyQuil anymore. Huh. Alright, well. A bit of a rookie train driver, but I'm working on it. I really don't like doing stuff like that. I feel like that makes me... Right? Like, what kind of a How seriously are you taking the simulation if you do crazy stuff like blow through a speed zone? I'll check on the replay. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. At a certain point, you can't just keep patching and providing DLC for a game. At a certain point, you need to start over. And it has to be difficult to keep a series going that way, because on the one hand, if you say, you know, this is all new, we're starting over, well, fantastic. You're going to maybe find some new customers or people who weren't happy with it before or whatever. But at the same time, I think you have a lot of people that, and like in the case of Train Simulator, that have invested a lot of money in the sim. And it's like, well, what about us? Like, put thousands of dollars into this and you just aren't going to support it anymore. So I think it's tricky to have continuity and innovation at the same time. But I feel like this was a good move for Duck Death. Like I said, every time I play it, I'm just impressed and pleased. Can't really zoom out very far. I guess this is sort of a drone cam height. Yep, it's working for me. And I need to look this up. I guess I could look it up. I have another laptop right here, but it feels weird to be typing on one laptop while I'm working on the other one. Ooh. We are headed downhill. There we go. I need to look up whether or not Train Sim World is multiplayer or ever will be multiplayer. I don't know why. The idea of cooperative train simming sort of fascinates me. I'm not sure if that's in the works or not. You know the other thing? Oh, in CSX, there's a fuel gauge. Oh, we're out the window. Hang on. Let's get back inside from out the window. I know in CSX there's a fuel gauge, but I don't know if you need to put fuel in the... Actually, I don't know if you need to put fuel in any of the UK locomotives. Right? So that would be Great Western and West Somerset. I know Rapid Transit is pantograph, so you don't need to put diesel in that one. CSX Heavy Haul, you definitely do need to put diesel in that one. Almost missed another one. But I don't know. I'll tell you what. I imagine we're going to need to do some, because we're shunting, right? We're doing demonstration shunting. So I imagine we're going to need to hop down out of the 09 at some point. When we do, I will do a walk around and see if I can find a fuel port to find out if we ever do need to put fuel in this thing. And if so, where? I know I saw all the way down at the end when we dropped off last time. I did see a turntable down there, so I guess there's a yard of some kind. I do have a cough drop in my mouth. I hope that's not too loud for you. I'm trying to be as discreet as possible. Was there not? No, it wasn't down at the other end. I need to hop back in the train before I do something inappropriate. Was there not a turntable where we dropped off? I'll have to check the video. Chris wanted to know if there was. You know, it might have been decorative though. It might be non-functioning. That's now I'm full of curiosity. Nope. Wrong button. That one. It's not here, is it? It's not here. Could have sworn it was here. Curious. Okay. Well, we'll find out. And I'll remind myself to definitely get out and walk around and see if we need to put fuel in this thing at any point. I haven't looked in the services. I haven't looked in the services yet to see, is this line, I guess this line is all tourist and heritage. There's no freight, is there? I'll have to check the services. I didn't see one in the scenarios. I think they were all passenger scenarios. That guy is mighty. Look at him go. If I did funny voices, I would definitely give that cat a funny voice, because you know he's got one. You know he's got an awesome funny voice. Right. We are climbing a little bit. But I still don't want it. I haven't. Have I? No, I don't think I've overshot a platform in quite a while. Maybe on the northeast corridor. Maybe. But either way, I don't want to make a habit of it. But we got half a mile to figure this out, and we don't have a train on, so we should be able to stop fairly quickly. Still here. I'm multitasking, but in a good way. So drop this down. We are going uphill, but I'd like to kind of coast in here. We don't have a marker anymore, which is good and bad. All right. Give it to us? No, they're not. Let me back up. So brakes are off. Well, I did just say I hadn't overshot a stop in a while. Alright. So I guess we'll back up a little bit more. Says no. Alright. Oh, we got it. Okay, so let's put the reverser forward before I forget. Brakes are on. Okay. Back in the cab. Stand up. Open the door. Hop out. Alright. So that's saying it's already set. That's what I was saying earlier. And check this to see diesel. We can't get there on the other side because of the platform. Right. Okay. We'll keep checking. Sit back down. So this is what we want to hook up to. Okay. So that's good. That's good. Okay. This is telling us to go forward, but our marker is over here. What do you think? Cup holder formation is indicated. Yep, we got it. A little glitch in the matrix. So now that's set. This goes here. And this one goes here. Right? That's good. That's good. Okay. Right. Brakes off. Here we go. And I also get to, for some reason, I'm fascinated by the difference in the way UK and US trains couple. And when I said I was multitasking earlier, what I've done is open the page for the West Somerset Railway. And it turns out it is a heritage railway. There we go, rolling stock. Now I'm trying to read and not. Let's get hooked up and then I'll go back on here. So I believe that I'm just going to get out and, well, I'm going to get the locomotive as close as I can and then get out and manually couple. Is that about the size of it? Oh, this is exciting. Kind of is, though. All right. Yeah, the first time I tried this, I just kept bouncing off. I thought you were supposed to slam into it. Like with the US coupling, I just kept bouncing off it. Right. So now, is that close enough? I've also had a problem with the Buckeye coupler type Buckeye. Manual coupling, uncoupled, click to couple. Okay, is that it? I feel like we did something wrong. Nope, they're telling us to climb back aboard. Right. Close the door. Sit in the driver's seat. Stop at Washford Siding 2. Where would that be? So I'm going to back up to here. Still good? Still good. Okay. Not 100% comfortable with this. So reverser 2. Reverse, obviously. Brakes off. No. That's not my horn. What's the horn? So now, here we go. What a relaxing game, man. Really relaxing. All the relaxing. And while we were doing that, I just looked up the British Rail Class '09. And this is, it's just diesel. It's not diesel electric. Oh, no, it is diesel electric. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Looks like they were built from 1959 to 1962, and then again from 92 to 93. And there were a total of 12 built. Well, I'm sorry, 26 the first run, 12 the second run. We get it? We got it. Coupled formation as indicated. There we go. Right, so we go back here. Reverse her back to forward. Brakes off. Get turned around here. There we go. I don't know how loud that keyboard is. I know some people get really bothered by it. I've read comments like that in other people's videos. And then other people are like, yeah, who cares? So I'm not sure. I do want everything in my videos to be as good as possible. But some things, it's not that I'm not interested in improving them, but I feel like some things are just a little too random. Give me some breaks. There we go. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Wait for a moment. It's vague. While we're waiting, I'm going to have to sip a Gatorade. I guess I'm not. Right. Now what? Good work. Haul these coaches back to Minehead to continue the demonstration. So, let's confirm this. So the UK trains have two kinds of couplers, because we didn't do this one manually, we just bumped into it. Is that how it works? Just saw it. I just saw it come back. Okay, right. Nope, this one doesn't have one. Interesting. So is this a different type of coupler? Huh. Okay, locked. So why would it be there but not here? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we're ready to go then. I feel like the detail here is a little better than in the original, I guess the base game of CSX Heavy Haul. I feel like this is a lot more atmospheric. It's got a much more immersive feel. Come on up the ladder. Close the door. Sit in the driver's seat, so we want to be reversed now. Release the brakes. Okay, brake pressure coming up. We have to pressurize the whole train now? Is that what's happening? And that'll be our view on the way back. And this time we go. So if we go this way, we're still looking out the window. We're just looking out the other way. Okay. Here's our brake pressure. And here we go. Back where we came from. It's all the way at the end. Okay. I don't know how long we've been going. What do you think? You want to cut it off right here? Let's do that, because we went way too long last time. Let me get slowed down. Slowed down. Perfect. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World, West Somerset Railway DLC. We'll see you next time. Take care now.